Greetings to all. Welcome to Future Officers Academy. Today we are going to see the daily current affairs of July 18. So today we are going to discuss the topics of Center asks states to ensure the queer community gets equal rights in prison, which comes under GS2 paper under social justice. Our next topic is states cannot tinker with the scheduled caste list, which comes under same GS2 paper under Indian polity. Next topic is on political representation of women, which comes under same GS2 paper under Indian polity. Next, our topic is India likely to sign Clean Fair Economy Pact, which comes under GS to international relations. Next, Tizu River, editorial analysis, and finally the mapping. So our first topic is about Center asks states to ensure that queer community gets equal rights in prisons. First of all, we have to know about what is in news. So the Ministry of Home Affairs directed states or union territories to ensure LGBTQ plus equality in prisons, addressing discrimination in access to services and visitation rights. So here LGBTQ is an initialism that stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender. It in the since 1990s, the initialism as well as some of its common variants functions as an umbrella term for sexuality and gender identity. Now, what are the challenges faced by this LGBTQ plus individuals in accessing justice and social service? First, the social service, that is in legal discrimination. Many countries lack comprehensive anti-discrimination laws protecting LGBTQ plus individuals, leading to biased treatment in legal proceedings and denial of services. Next, the social stigma and bias. Here, deep-seated societal prejudice often result in LGBTQ plus individuals facing hostility, judgment, and reluctance from service providers, hindering their access to justice and service. Next, the lack of awareness and sensitivity. Legal and social services providers may not adequately train to understand and address the unique challenges faced by this LGBTQ plus individuals, leading to inadequate support. Next, the barriers to healthcare. Discrimination and lack of understanding in healthcare settings prevent LGBTQ plus individuals from accessing essential medical and mental health services. Next, the financial constraints. Economic marginalization due to workspace discrimination or lack of legal recognition can limit resources for legal representation and social support. So implement and enforce inclusive anti-discrimination laws and policies protect LGBTQ rights in all spheres of life. Also, and training and sensation provide mandatory training for legal and social service professionals on LGBTQ plus issues to ensure inclusive and respectful service delivery. Next, the community outreach, establishing LGBTQ plus community centers and support networks to provide advocacy, legal aid, and social service tailored to their needs. Next, the healthcare access, ensure healthcare providers are trained in LGBTQ plus healthcare needs and promote inclusive practices in medical settings. Next, the public awareness, launch campaigns to combat stigma, raise awareness about LGBTQ plus rights and promote acceptance within the society among the services provider. With this, we have to know about the prelims question which have been asked in previous year 2018. Women's movement in India has not addressed the issue of women local social strata. Substantiate your view. This is the main question asked in 2018. Our next topic is about states cannot tinker with the scheduled caste list. The Supreme Court ruled that states lack authority to modify the scheduled caste list under Article 341 of the Constitution. The case arose from the Bihar government notification merging the extremely backward classes, that is EBC, of Tanti Tanwa with the scheduled caste of Pansawasi, allowing EBC members to claim SC benefits. Justice Vikram Nath and P.K. Mishra clarified that any changes to the SC list must be made by the parliament, not by the states. The court declared the 2015 Bihar notification as legal or beyond the state government authority. It emphasized that even if recommended by state commissions, such alterations violate constitutional provisions safeguarding the integrity of the SC list. We have to know about the Article 341. Article 341 of the Indian Constitution pertains to the provisions for scheduled caste. It empowers the President of India to specify through public notification the caste race, or tribes deemed as scheduled caste in each state and union territory. The constitutional provision aims to safeguard the rights and to promote welfare of historical marginalized communities by ensuring their representation and access to affirmative action programs. Now, what are the procedures to amend or alter the SC list? The processes are: first, initiation and scrutiny; next, expert consultation and cabinet approval; next, parliamentary process. To the next, presidential assent and implementation. And finally, we have to know about the Register General of India. The Register General of India was founded in the year 1961 by the Government of India under the Ministry of Home Affairs. So it arranges, conducts, and analyzes the results of demographic surveys of India, including the Census of India and Linguistic Survey of India. The position of Register is usually held by civil servant holding the rank of Joint Secretary. So that's all from this topic. With this, we have to discuss about the UPSC previous year question paper asked in prelims 2022. If a particular area is brought under the 5th schedule of the Constitution of India, which one of the following statement best reflects the consequence of it? So they gave the options such as: this would prevent the transfer of land of tribal people to non-tribal people; this would create a local self-governing body in that area; this would convert that area into a union territory; the state having such as areas would be declared as a special category state. Here the answer is A. This would be prevent the transfer of land of tribal people to non-tribal people. Our next topic is about on political representation of women. The global landscape of women representation in parliament varies widely. India, despite granting universal suffrage in 1952, has been seen historically low numbers of women MPs. The 106th Amendment passed in 2023 mandates one-third of reservation for women in the Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies, aiming to enhance gender parity in governance. Now, women representation in the global parliaments. So, the global landscape of women representation in parliament varies significantly among democracies. Universal suffrage, crucial for gender equality, was achieved in the stages across countries like New Zealand, United Kingdom, and the United States. Now this with women's MPs in independent India, we have to know about that. India granted universal suffrage to women from its first general election in 1952. Despite this, women representation in the Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies has historically been low, ranging from 5% to 10% until 2004. The percentage rose marginally to 12% in 2014 and currently stands at 14% in the 18th Lok Sabha. State Legislative Assembly shows an even lower average representation of around 9%. The 73rd and 74th Amendments in 1992 and 93 mandated one-third reservation for women in panchayat and municipalities. Its similar attempts for reservation in Lok Sabha and assemblies between 1996 and 2008 were unsuccessful. With this, we have to do the global comparison of women MPs. Globally, promoting higher representation for women remains a challenge despite their constituting half of population in most countries. Effective methods include voluntary or legislated compulsory quotas within political parties and direct reservation of seats in parliaments. Countries like Bangladesh and Pakistan with quotas in parliament often far poorer than those with political party quotas. We have to know about 106th Amendment with this. Recognizing the need for enhanced women representation, the 106th Constitutional Amendment was passed in September 2023. It mandates one-third reservation of seats for women in the Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies. This move aims to ensure fair representation, increase gender sensitivity in legislative process, and potentially elevate the number of women ministers. Implementation hints on the delimitation exercise Post the first census conducted after the amendment commenced. As timely census are crucial to ensure reservation takes effect in 2029 in general election. Now, why female representation in parliament and state legislature remain low? The reasons are, the first reason is inaccessibility of institutions. The next is notion of women less likely to win. Next is challenging structural condition. Fourth, highly vulnerable. Fifth, expensive electoral system. Sixth is internalized patriarchy. So these are some of the reasons for the female representation in parliament and state legislature remaining low. For this, we have to discuss the previous year mains question. So women leadership qualities are not hidden from anyone. So denial an opportunity for political representation represent grave injustice command. You can practice this question for in mains perspective. Our next topic is India likely to sign clean fair economy pacts. So India is close to financially the clean economy and fair economy agreements under the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity led by US. The agreement focuses on energy security, climate resilience, anti-corruption and transparent business environments, while India hesitates on joining the trade pillar due to concerns over digital trades and standards. India is nearing finalization of clean economy and fair economy agreements under US Indo-Pacific framework of prosperity. These pacts focuses on energy security, climate resilience, anti-corruption and transparent business environment. India has concerns over the trade pillar, particularly regarding digital economy, rules and labor or environmental standards. The Commerce Department has drafted cabinet notes with other ministers largely in agreement. India, after missing endorsement due to the election, aims to secure domestic clearance before signing. IPEF aimed partly of countering China's influence include 14 members like US, Japan, Australia and others. All members including India have signed the Supply Chain Resilience Agreement. The Clean Economy Pact targets reducing fossil fuel dependence, promoting clean energy and attractive investment for climate-friendly technologies. The Fair Economy Agreement aims at enhancing trade and investment by improving transparency, combating corruption, and boosting tax cooperation. Negotiations on the trade pillar, excluding digital trade, are stalled as US shift focus. With this, we have to know about IPEF, that is Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity. So the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity is a US-led initiative launched by May 2022 to bolster economic cooperation and resilience. It includes 14 countries. They are United States, Australia, Brunei, Fiji, India, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, New Zealand, the Philippines, Singapore, South Korea, Thailand, and Vietnam. The IPEF focuses on four key pillars. They are trade, supply chain resilience, clean energy and decarbonization, and tax and anti-corruption measures. It aims to foster sustainable economic growth, improve trade standards, and ensure a free and open Indo-Pacific, counterbalance China influence in this region. Now with this, we have to see the mains question which have been asked in previous year 2019. What introduces friction into the ties between India and United States is that Washington is still unable to find for Indian as a position in global strategy which would satisfy India's national self-esteem and ambitions, explained with suitable example. You can practice on this question. Our next topic is Tizu River. The Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways recently announced, and the ministry has decided to carry out feasibility studies to use National Waterways 101 on the Tizu Zunki River for the transportation of cargo and passengers. The Tizu River. Nagaland has four main rivers. They are Doang, Danshiri, Dikhu, and Tisu. These are the four important main rivers in the Nagaland. So the first three flows towards the west through the Assam plains to join river Brahmaputra, while Tisu system flows towards the east and southeast and pours into the Irrawaddy in Myanmar. The Tisu River forms an important drainage system in the eastern part of Nagaland. It originates from the central part of Nagaland state and runs through northeast direction, flows through Kephair and Peak districts of confluence in the Chindwin River of Myanmar. The Chindwin River further enters into Irrawaddy River, the largest river of Myanmar. The river Irrawaddy further drains into the Andaman Sea via Irrawaddy Delta after traveling through river ports like Mantli. The main tributaries of this river are River Zunki, Lani, and Likamro. So the Zunki River, which is the biggest tributary of Tizu, starts from the northeastern part of Changdong Forest in the south of Teko and flows in a southern direction towards Noklak, Shamator, and Kimphire, and finally joins Tizu below Kimphire. Now with this, we have to know about National Waterways 101. The proposed Tizu Zunki Waterway or National Waterways 101 will link Nagaland with the Chindwin River, Myanmar and beyond. On the Nagaland side, it is said to run approximately 42 kilometers starting from Logmantra in Kimphai to Avangku in Pek Melluri subdivision. From Avangku, it will link up with the Chindwin and onto the Thamati port, Myanmar, transversing some 117 kilometers. With this, we have to discuss the UPSC prelims question which have been asked in 2021 with reference to the Indus River system. Of the following four rivers, three of them pour into one of them which joins the Indus direct. Among the following, which one of such river that joins Indus direct? That is Sutlej. Answer D. So next we will see the editorial analysis. Our editorial analysis topic is intergenerational equity as tax devolution criteria. The high income states finance more of their expenditure with their own tax revenue, but receive fewer union transfers, whereas low income states rely heavily on union financial transfers. So the distribution of union tax revenue to states is a key topic in both political and economic discussions. The Finance Commission revisits the horizontal distribution formula every 5 years, prioritizing equity over efficiency. Equity in this context refers to intergenerational equity, aiming to redistribute tax revenue among states. This approach can lead to intergenerational equity within states. With this intergenerational fiscal equity, what it is ensures equal opportunities and outcomes for all generations. It implies that current generation should not burden future generation with debt. Governments can raise revenue through taxes or borrowing to finance current expenditures, impose further tax burdens, leading to intergenerational inequity. The Richardian equivalence through suggests that households save more when the government borrows, but this does not hold true in Indian's federal context. Now, what is the horizontal distribution of formula of intragenerational equity? High income states like Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Haryana raise significant tax revenue and finance their expenditure, whereas low income states like Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Odisha, and Jharkhand rely more on union transfer. During the 14th Finance Commission period, that is from 2015 to 20, high income states financed 59.3% of their revenue expenditure through their own tax revenue compared to 35.9% in low income states. Now, what's the federal finance aspects here? So low income states finance less of their expenditure through their own tax. revenue and rely heavily on union transfers. High income states finance more of their expenditure through their own tax revenue but receive fewer union transfers. High income states incur high deficits due to lower union transfers, while low income states have lower deficits. Now, what is the public expectations and fiscal behavior here? So citizens expect public service to match the taxes they pay, whether through the state or union government services. Discrepancies in fiscal behavior can burden high-income states with higher tax payments for both present and future generation. So balancing intergenerational and intragenerational equity is crucial, requiring a balance of equity and efficiency in tax devolution. Now with this, we have to know about the Finance Commission. So what is here the Finance Commission? Article 280 of the Constitution of India provides for a finance commission, a quasi-judicial body that recommends principles by which fiscal horizontal and vertical balance can be maintained in India fiscal federal structure. With that, Article 270 makes provisions for sharing a share of central tax with the states. Next, Article 275 provides for statutory grants in aid, and Article 282 provides for discretionary grants for the states in order to formulate fair principles based on which these grants can be provided to the state. Role of Finance Commission becomes vital in Indian polity. Now, what are the functions of this Finance Commission? The Constitution mandates the Finance Commission to make the following recommendations to the President of India. The first is division of the net proceeds of the taxes to be shared between the states and the center, and its allocation between the states. Next is the principles under which the grants in aid to the state should be given by the center, that is out of the consolidated fund of India. The third is measure to increase the consolidated fund of a state to supplement the panchayats and municipalities resources in the state based on recommendations issued by the State Finance Commission. The fourth is any other issue that the President refers to in the interest of sound finance. So these are the functions of Finance Commission of India. Our next topic is mapping. Under the mapping, we wanted to see the Brahmaputra river system. Under that, first we'll see Peninsular River, the evolution. So three important geological occurrences in the distant past shaped peninsular India's current drainage network. During the early territory era, the western flank of the peninsula began to sink, resulting in its submergence beneath the sea. In general, it has distributed the rivers symmetrically layout on both sides of the original watershed. The Himalayas were uphill when the peninsular block's northern flank was subjected to subsidence and through faulting. The Narmada and Tapti rivers run across faults, filling the original fractures with the sediment. As a result, alluvial and dendritic deposits are scarce in these rivers. During the same era, a little tilt of the peninsular block from the northwest to southeastern imparted orientation to the whole drainage system towards the Bay of Bengal. Next is Narmada. Narmada river system. The Narmada river is located in the central India. It rises to the summit of Amarkand Hill in Madhya Pradesh. Here. It outlines the traditional frontier between North India and South India. It is one of the major rivers of peninsular India. Only the Narmada, the Tapti and the Mahi rivers run from the east to west. Next is the Tapi river. It is the central Indian river. It is one of the most important rivers of peninsular India with runoff from east to west. Tapi is located here. It flows in a westward direction, draining some important historic places like Madhya Pradesh, Nimar region, eastern Varbhaga region, and Maharashtra's Khandesh in the northwest corner of Deccan Plateau and South Gujarat before draining into the Gulf of Cambay of the Arabian Sea. The river also covers some districts of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat as well. The principal tributaries of Tapi are Vagu River, Aner River, Girna River, Purna River, Panzara River, and Bori River. Our next river is Godavari River. Godavari River. We could find Godavari River is here. So, the Godavari River is the second longest course in India with brownish water. The river is often referred as Dakshin, that is South Ganga, or Vridin, that is Old Ganga. It is seasonal river, dry during the summers and widens during the monsoons. The river originates from Timbakeshwar near Nasik in Maharashtra. The river forms a fertile delta at Rajmundri. Also, the banks of this river have many pilgrimage sites such as Nasik in Maharashtra, Bhadrachalam, and Timbrak. Some of the tributaries include Pranahita, combination of Penanganga and Varda, Indravati River, Bindusara, Sabari, and Manjira. Asia's largest rail-cum-road bridge, which links Kovur and Rajmundry, is located on this river, Godavari. Next, the Krishna River. Krishna River is located exactly here. Krishna is one of the longest rivers of India, which originates from Mahabaleshwar in Maharashtra. It flows through Shangli and drains the sea in Bay of Bengal. The river flows through the states of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh. Tungabhadra River is the main tributary, which itself is formed by the Tunga and Bhadra rivers that it originates in Western Ghats. The next is Kaveri River. Kaveri River System. Kaveri is located here. So, the Kaveri is also known as Ganga of South India, Dakshin Bharat Ki Ganga. It originates from Talakaveri, located in the Western Ghats. It is famous for pilgrimage and tourist place in the Kodagu district of Karnataka. The headwaters of the river are in Western Ghats ranges of Karnataka state and from Karnataka through Tamil Nadu. The river drains into the Bay of Bengal. The river supports irrigation for agriculture and considered as a mean support of ancient kingdoms and modern crises of South India. Next, the Mahanadi River. Mahanadi River System. So the Mahanadi River is originates from the Satpura range of central India and it is a river in eastern India. It flows east to the Bay of Bengal. The river drains the state of Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and Odisha. The largest dam, the Hirkan Dam, is built on this river. So that's all from our today's topics. To read this document, you can visit our website. Our website link have been provided in the description. To get more daily current affair videos, follow our YouTube channel, also our Telegram channel. Thank you.